RTX 5090 laptop worth it. Gigabyte AORUS Master 18 real results. Have you ever dropped $5K on a future-proof laptop only to watch it choke on the next big game 6 months later? I did exactly that 2 years ago and stared at my screen for 3 hours while a single render crawled. Does this sound like your Tuesday? Drop "been there" in the comments if you're tired of buying yesterday's flagship today.
That sinking dread every time a new title drops. You already know the fans are about to scream and the frames are gonna cry. Brain fog from thermal throttling, endless alt-tabbing, the quiet rage of 30 FPS in 2025. I knew there had to be a laptop that just works without turning my desk into a jet engine or forcing me to choose between beauty and speed. Turns out, the standard gaming laptop formula was the problem all along.
Then the GIGABYTE AORUS Master 18 showed up. This thing is stupidly fast the moment you open it. RTX 5090 with full 16 GB GDDR7, Core Ultra 9 275HX that actually boosts instead of melting, 64 GB of DDR5 that laughs at Chrome tabs, and an 18-inch mini LED panel hitting 1000 nits with real local dimming zones. The first time I launched Cyberpunk with path tracing maxed, I got 140 FPS at native 2560 by 1600, while the laptop stayed cooler than my old 3080 rig ever managed. The 240 Hz refresh makes everything feel glued to your eyes, and the WINDFORCE Infinity cooling actually keeps boost clocks instead of throttling after 10 minutes. I handed it to a friend who edits 8K RAW for a living. He finished a 4-minute timeline in 9 minutes and just said, "What sorcery is this?" That's the moment I knew this wasn't another gaming laptop. It was the first one that felt like cheating, legally.
It's not just me losing my mind over benchmarks. A tech editor who usually rips laptops apart for a living told me the mini LED implementation here beats most studio monitors he owns. Over on the creator discords, people are quietly replacing their desktops because 64 gigabytes plus RTX 5090 plus Thunderbolt 5 means they can edit, render, and game on the same machine without swapping cables. One verified owner said he sold his 4090 desktop after a week. You're probably thinking, yeah, but it's huge and costs a kidney. Fair. It's 6.6 pounds, and the brick is comically large. But I've carried it to 3 coffee shop editing sessions and never once wished I had a lighter, slower machine. The reality is, most of us already sit at a desk 90% of the time anyway. See why half the high-end Discord servers won't shut up about this thing? The feature that actually shocked me the most was the 2 terabyte Gen 5 drive hitting 14 gigabytes per second. Copying 100 gigabytes of footage feels like witchcraft. Which spec scares you the most, in the best way, 5090, 240 Hz mini LED, or never closing apps again? Tell me below.
Imagine opening any game or timeline and it just works. Max settings, no excuses, no apologies. Join the editors, streamers, and competitive players already using the GIGABYTE AORUS Master 18 and wondering why they ever settled for less. If you're ready for a laptop that actually feels like the future instead of last year's hype, I dropped the link below. Go check the full specs and real-world tests for yourself. No pressure, just facts. I'll be here when you're ready to never alt-tab out of shame again.